AI-driven business analysis. So two main points there. AI, artificial intelligence. Second one is business analysis. So they are both practical. There's really nothing theoretical. I just created some slides that I will just go through, but there are some things you already know, So we know what artificial intelligence is from the word artificial and intelligence. Intelligence that is artificial, So let me just, I'll define artificial intelligence. We go back to what business analysis is, and then we see what we look at how business analysis, how artificial intelligence how we can leverage artificial intelligence in different aspects of business analysis. And then we quickly go and try our hands on one or two things. We see, I think, Miro, we see which one there's another two I just discovered today for user stories. And then we go, we use most of our time in ChatGPT because almost what all these other tools can do, ChatGPT can do it, depending on how well you can prompt it or leverage it. Okay, let me just share my slides, my screen, sorry. I just try and put the artificial intelligence refers to the simulation of human intelligence. That means it's just trying to behave like humans, like machines trying to behave like humans, that enable them to perform things that we normally do, and it's used techniques like machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision, robotics, and so on and so forth. It's so simple. That's all. Just machine trying to do what humans can do, and then taking it maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, 10 steps ahead. So the business analysis, we all know what business analysis is, because if we can't really define what it is, then we won't be able to know what to tell the computer or the machine to do. So it's the practice of identify business needs, analyzing problems, and recommending solutions that deliver value to stakeholders. It involves working with various stakeholders to understand their goals, gather documents, requirements, and ensure that solutions align with organizational objectives. Okay, what does it mean? It means there's an organization and there's you. Now, this organization has problems or they have challenges. It might not be problems, it might not be challenges, it might be improvements, or they might need to meet a government requirements, and they need somebody to help them to identify these things, get the requirements, document them, recommend solutions that can add value, to the organization. So that's basically what we do as business analysts, or what business analysis is all about, and the core areas that we do that. How we're trying to facilitate change, and then we are making sure that the change that what we are recommending is bringing value to the organization. Good. So how can AI enhance our work? Based on our definition of AI and then our understanding of business analysis, the first thing, it helps us to understand stakeholder needs, because if we don't know what our stakeholders need, if we don't know what we're looking for, then even if we find it, we won't even know when we found it. So AI can help us in stakeholder analysis. It can help us to analyze data. It can help us in documenting requirements, both helping us to know who to get these requirements from, how to document the requirements in what format. It also helps in delivering solutions, and it also helps us in delivering solutions that add value. So it can also enhance those areas that we work, those areas that where we repeat tasks, on and on. AI can help us to do it more efficiently. So we break these areas down one after the other from data collection. Part of the work, what we do as business analysts borders around like 3 or 4 or 5 areas. And I normally tell my students it borders around areas of research, documentation. Sorry, let me not put like this: research, analysis, documentation, and presentation. That's what you do. You are trying to research what the problem is. You are trying to analyze the things, what you gathered the data you gather from your research. You're trying to document results of your research and analysis, and you're trying to present them. Everything you do in different areas of business analysis borders around some of these things. So we'll see what the challenges we have in these different areas and how AI can help. And then I'll just go through these slides briefly, and then we try and see one or two examples. Okay. Now, in data collection, one challenge is we usually manually gather data from various sources, and which could be time consuming. And how AI can help, it helps us to automate data collection. And then it helps also identify trends, to do sentiment analysis. In data collection, AI can help you to analyze data, it can help you to gather data, it can help you to format the data, it can help you to rearrange data, it can help you to clean the data, depending on what and how you want to use the data. Second one, analysis and insights. If you've gathered this data, for example, maybe you've done an interview, you have the result of an interview. In fact, I think we're going to even use an example in this class, in this session. Maybe you're trying to gather data about a process, and you interviewed some stakeholders. Maybe you did that interview through Teams and you recorded it, and then you have the transcripts. AI can help you to analyze it. It can help you to identify points. It can help you to identify next phases. It can help you to identify what questions you should be asking the stakeholders next. It can help you to even write an email as a follow-up to that interview you did. And it can do all these things in seconds. Don't let me even say minutes. Seconds after you've uploaded the transcript of that the meeting that you've had. Maybe it's a 1 hour long meeting. Instead of you that will take you time to be going through the meeting, trying to write down points and gather points, it can summarize everything, gather the key points. You can say, oh, Lanre said this, Tolu said that, Joshua said that, and can even ask you what Lanre should be asking Tolu next, what's, based on the project and based on the goal. So it can help you in analysis, and then also help you in requirements elicitation and documentation. Help us to capture requirements, help you to analyze, help you to, and to document. Either you want to do it in one way or the other. So we have different tools for all these things that you want to do. Like if we see all these ones, the examples of different tools that you can use in all these stages. And also it can help you in stakeholder management too. And there are so many tools that are out there that you can use AI for. And they're even building more and more and more tools every day. And even you yourself can build tools for yourself. You can build tools, AI agents that you can use for all these specific tasks. If you know that you keep repeating some things, you can build some AI tools. And it's even very easy these days to build AI agents that can be doing some stuff for you, sending emails, replying to emails, analyzing reports and stuff like that. In process automation too. So it helps you to identifying inefficiencies, optimizing recommendations, and helps there. So there are different AI tools that can help you to meet all these challenges. And then if we have, as I said earlier, if we have areas that we keep repeating, those are things that we normally do. So AI can help us in things that all these tasks, and it will help us in workflow automation. And there are many, depending on the platform you are working with, depending on what your organization is doing. You have many of these things, like maybe even in Salesforce, there's AI. I think there is AI embedded in Salesforce. There are some areas that all these things in Salesforce, depending on the platform. So AI is almost everywhere now. It goes beyond, oh, I want to use it, I don't want to use it. I think we had that discussion, I think last year on one of our platform, and some people were saying, oh, it will make us to be lazy. I was just trying to tell them, it will get to a time you don't have a choice. It's just like when we were using computers, when computers started coming in late 80s, early 90s, people were saying, oh, it's just for some set of people, that some people can't use computer. Now everybody uses computer. Even our phones have more computer in them than those computers those days, then you're going to school to study computer science, to do this science. And these days, everybody uses computer. Now, just like people are now going to places now to study artificial intelligence, it gets to a point that you don't need to go to anywhere to study artificial intelligence. It's just part of your everyday in the next 10, 15 years. It's just be like the way computer is now embedded in us. Right now, we can talk to ourselves. Everybody is we're in different rooms, we're in different areas, different countries, different continents. And I'm talking, we're using computers. Very soon, AI will be like that. That they could integrate AI, like maybe I want to gather requirements with some people, and right now we're talking face to face. We're just seeing, we're just seeing my voice. It will get to a time that maybe I can set up, while gathering requirements as a business analyst, I can set up a virtual room in the metaverse, and then all of us will have avatars. Have you watched this film movie, The Avatar, where you sleep and then you wake up in another body and then you can do stuff? So right now, you can create your own avatar, and then I can create a room in a meta a sorry, in a metaverse, maybe on Sandbox or Decentraland, or maybe one for Meta, and then everybody will have their own avatars. So instead of us having meeting virtually, we will all sit in one room. We can move around. You can see my avatar, I can see your avatar, I can ask you questions, you can ask me questions, we can go out, we can actually go out of that room and buy a book or have another meeting in another room. So see that, and it will go beyond all these things that we're saying that is just helping us in task and doing stuff. It will go deeper than what we are even saying now. It has even gone beyond that. So, but don't let me digress too much. I think that's a little bit of digression. So AI will help us to do almost everything, and also helps us in presentation. I said when I was starting that our work borders about that of research, analysis, documentation, and presentation. AI will help you in presenting what you want to do. For example, you can write a report on ChatGPT and tell it to automatically convert it into a PowerPoint for you. It converts to the PowerPoint. You can clean it and then present it within few minutes. We will see that example. When did I say a few minutes? Yeah, a few minutes. Anyway, depending on how fast you want it, you see the example of that. Or you just need to just copy and paste. Well, even very soon, it will just be like you're sending somebody on an errand, quickly go and do something for me, and it will do it for you, like agents. But if right now you want to start using AI in business analysis, if you've not started using it very well, I'll say you are like 10 years behind, but it's not too late. Your starting points, just identify pain points, areas that you're having challenges, or maybe areas that you enjoy, you're very good at. I think that's where you should start from, not really pinpoint areas that you're very good. Maybe you're very good in writing user stories. I will advise start from there. That's why you should start using the AI, not areas that you feel you have problems. Why? Because if you know an area very well, if you're very good in an area and you really like doing that part of your analysis work, if you prompt the LLM, large language model, e.g. ChatGPT, to do that for you, to write user stories for you, it will ginger you more. Oh, I like the result this thing gave me. You ask another thing, give another thing, ask another thing, give another thing. So it will help you know how to interact with the model very well. So once you have a way that you've built like a bond or whatever, just let me call it a bond with the AI, with the LLM, it helps you to easily move to other areas that you find difficult, because you already have an idea of how the thing will respond, to you somehow. So you could, to make it easy for you, start with some areas that you really like, and then gravitate to lesser areas. So you can list areas in your work where AI could add value, then select the tools you want to use. I use ChatGPT a lot. Is the is the, like, I can take the 95% of my interaction with artificial intelligence, so ChatGPT. So that's my go-to tool. So there are many people, different people use different things, Copilot, Claude AI and stuff. But I use ChatGPT. So research AI tools suited for your needs and start with trial versions. Yeah, like ChatGPT has trial versions. I even think the trial one now it's almost as good as the other one, but I think you have restrictions on number of use. So then you upskill, can start branching out, to do different things. So learn basic concept of AI tools through platform like Coursera or Udemy. Yeah, there are so many tools, there are so many courses you can get on Coursera. There are so many ones you can get on Udemy. And if you're a bit lazy like me, that you don't like long courses, you can just go on YouTube. There are so many short videos that you can watch on how to use AI for business analysis. Just type whatever you want to type. Somebody has thought about it before. You just type it there. If you don't see what you want to, what you're looking for, you see something in that area, and then can navigate away from that. So integrate it gradually. Then begin by automating small tasks before expanding to AI use to strategic areas. Okay. So I think we should just go to and see examples, right? And let me stop this presentation. Okay. Yeah, now it's a bit fast. Now, let me show you an example. But before you go, do you have any questions before we just go to examples? I'll show you an example of a tool that can use to write user stories as a business analyst. And then I'll show an example of how you can use AI in analyzing transcript of a meeting. So do you have any questions before I move on? So I just quickly went through those slides because we're not here to look at slides. We're here to, so let's move on if we don't have any questions. So I just saw this tool. I'm sure some of us too must have been using it. Sorry. User story generator. Okay. Can you please tell me what you are seeing now? I'll be sure because I'm using a different screen. Are you still seeing my PowerPoint presentation, or you're seeing something else that has role written there?
Check out this user story too.
Okay, that's what I'm still seeing. Okay, so I'll just move this here then. I don't know why I'm not seeing what I'm presenting.
3 rows.
So you can see idea, you can see feature, you can see role, right?
Yes.
Good, thank you. So, and you can see, check out this user story too.
Yes, you can see that now.
Okay, I'll just copy this into the charts for you guys. So that started none here. So good. Not this. Come on. Okay, yeah. So if you go to that link that I sent right now, you can see start. You can just here start a new product idea, view your history. I've used it before. These are ways that you can write. You can write user story. Let's say you have a project, and you can say for the, like, we're working on a land. No, what are I doing now? I think we are working on all courses page. Maybe for the, let me say, we're working on an LMS right now.
No.
Where are
We're
you?
working on events.
Okay, on the, okay, yeah, sorry, event page of LMS, whatever, LMS websites. So let's see the user story is going to, right, that's the project we are working on. Okay, okay, yeah, let's see. So let's see, you can just say for it, tell it to start. easily it's almost immediately it comes up with features for you, that you can do. Ability for users to view upcoming events on the LMS, option for users to RSVP or register for events, even some things that you might not think about normally, integration of calendar applications to easily add event dates and times, filter options and search for notification system alerts, ability for event organization to create and manage their own events on a platform. I'm sure Tolu and those the project team can see that these things are like sounds good for what we would like to include as features on that events page. But anyway, we can just go on to one of them, like maybe let's say, which one do we want to write stories for? Now, don't forget, we want to write user stories. User stories is like a short description of maybe a feature of something. Now, that's what, now this coming out is coming up with features for that. And then we're not going to write stories for that. So which one would you want us to write stories for? Somebody pick one. Okay, if you don't pick, I'll just pick one. Filter options, notification system, blah, blah, ability for event organizers to create. I'll click this one. Ability for event organizers to create and manage. You can actually write stories for all this one, and each one will have many stories. So it's now telling you, it's now asking you what role. User stories like as a user, as somebody, I want to do something so that I can do something, so it's asking for the role. So let's say students, okay, and then you can just say next. So it's to come up with stories for that. Can you see? Look at the number of stories that's come up with. As a student, I want to be able to view upcoming events on the platform so that I can plan my schedule accordingly. As a student, I want to be able to search for specific types of events, e.g. workshop, so that I can find something. As a student, I want to be able to RSVP or register for an event on the platform so that organization, you can just copy it and start using it like that, So it's very, it has up here, it's showing you the idea, the feature, and then the role, then the story, So you can look at the way it's just, how long will it take you to start writing? How long will it take you to start writing all these stories and to refine them on and on, So it makes your work pretty easy. So I've sent the link up to the chat. So it's from, that's why we're doing this, Let me, for those that don't have access to it on the chat, or maybe that could be watching the recording, let me just leave it for a few seconds so you can look at it. So it's userstorygenerator.ai. Okay, so userstorygenerator.ai. Okay, yeah, just screenshot. That's what I just quickly went through. So I think that's all I need this slide for. I don't think I need it again. Then let's now go to, I was on a project, and the project we had a meeting, and then, so this is the transcript of the meeting, okay? So let's say you had a meeting project, and you want to use AI, LLM, anyone to help you to analyze it. Maybe it can do that for you effectively, to do an analysis. Don't forget to, I said, what we do borders around, while we are trying to add value to organizations, it borders around we researching, we analyzing the result of our research, we documenting the result of our research and analysis, and then presenting it. So let's assume you've had a meeting, and then you want to analyze the results. You can. Should I go to another one before? Let me go straight. I wanted to show you another. I wanted to show you another. I wanted to show us another tool, but I'll skip it. This another tool, but let me just keep this tool. So let me just keep this tool. So let me just come to my friend. I've been playing around with it today, so let me just start it. So, and then you want to analyze that meeting, that transcript I showed you just now. Makes it very easy, and you want to take it up from there. Even before you get to that. Okay, let's me even start from here. Let's say I am working on an IVRS project. IVRS means interactive voice response system. Okay. Or just say I am. So this is ChatGPT. Okay. I'm assuming. Okay, that because we've done this many times, I'm just assuming you understand what the interface is. The one we did before was that I've forgotten the name, user stories.ai. This is Chat GPT. Okay. It's very easy to use. You can just go to openai.com, register an account, few minutes, and you have it. It's very, very easy to use. If you have a Facebook account, or if you have an Instagram account, and you can create an account on Instagram, this is easier than creating an account on Instagram. So I don't think I want to go over the process of creating an account, a ChatGPT account for you. Okay, so it's easier. I'm sure all of us have Facebook and Instagram, so this is easier. So I won't go through about. Just go to openai.com, create an account on ChatGPT. You have free version and then you have paid version. I'm using the paid version. Maybe that's why you can see 4.0. I think the free one is, I'm not sure if it's 0.1 or whatever. So I'm using the paid version, then it gives me room to leverage to do a lot of things. So it just asks its questions here. With this, you can add attachments to it. You can browse the web, but even if you don't browse, we can tell it to browse the web and it can browse it for you. Okay, so I'm going to ask it some questions. I want to use it as a business analyst right now on a project I'm working on. Let's just say I'm just a new business analyst on an IVRS project. And IVRS is like you pick up the phone, you want to speak to somebody maybe around this time and the place is closed. Or let's say you want to buy a recharge card or whatever, you want to recharge your phone, and they said, oh, welcome to Lanre Oyewale company. For recharge, press 1. For account opening, press 2. For interactive voice response system that is responding, that use automation to respond to your query. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what IVRS means. So let's say I'm a new business analyst on that kind of project. Okay, and it's my first day at work, and I need to know the kind of people I will be talking. I want to identify my stakeholders. So that's what I want to ask ChatGPT to help me to identify my stakeholders on this new IVRS project. Does that make sense? So I am a new business analyst working on an IVRS project. Should I be to like so you can even make it to be more detailed. You can say I'm a new business analyst working on an IVRS project for, you can say, for World Bank. Who knows? For World Bank. Okay. So who should I be talking to as my stakeholders? Ignore this correction, don't worry. Stakeholders. So it can come up with a list of kind of people, you should be interacting with. It should give you recommendations on the people you should be looking out for. For your various interactive voice response system projects for the World Bank, your stakeholders might include project sponsor, likely someone from the World Bank overseeing the project funding, end users, business owners, technical team, project matter expert, subject matter experts, compliance and legal team, vendor, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, yeah, this is nice. You can just, since you already now have some lists of stakeholder, you can just, so I want to make a table for this. Now you started your business analysis, but you've not started interacting with these people. So I've identify some group of people, like project sponsor could be one person, end users could be 20, 50, 100 people, business owners, technical team could be 5, 10, 100 people. So how do I just get a sheet of paper and start writing their names there? You might need some sort of table to keep or to make this thing to look tidy. I could just say, please come up with a no. So I might not even need to come up. If I know what to come up, I can tell it to come up with something, or I can ask it, how can I, what do I call it? Stakeholder what? With a stakeholder. What's it called? Somebody help me. I've forgotten now. I want to document these stakeholders. There's not matrix now. Okay, let me call it matrix here. Documents in spreadsheets formats. So I can create the spreadsheet form so I can document my stake, how I want to be, maybe to have a names, their preferred mode of contact, who they are, their office, how they can help me, This will help me to, once, like, I can go for a meeting now, maybe, let me see somebody's name. Beatrice is the project manager, and I can have a meeting with her, and then she will say, oh, okay, you can meet with Tolulope again. Tolulope is the monitoring evaluation team. Then I'll write this thing down. Now you can see now that this ChatGPT have created a project, has created a file for me now that I can open. Can you see what it has created for me right now? Straight. Without wasting time. Oversee project, blah, blah, blah. So once I come, I can put their names, stakeholder. Because I'm not too satisfied with what it has created for me. Can you see my Excel?
Yes.
Good, thank you. So I can tell it, can you please update this? Okay, then let me put that is. I've forgotten the name actually. And I need. So you might not even know the name, but I've forgotten now. Just tell it. You've forgotten the name of this document. Please advise. It's like your assistant, okay, yeah, good. That's what stakeholder register, don't, it's an extension of your intelligence, don't be stuck. You don't know. You just see it as if you're talking to me, because sometimes I'm on some platform and people ask some question. I'm wondering why you're asking this question. You have one boyfriend adding in ChatGPT. Just go and ask it this question and tell you all these things. Like I've forgotten. I don't know the name. You just tell them advice. So you say the documents you are referring to is called a stakeholder register. You can see what ChatGPT has done now. All you need to just have a slight idea and tweak it to come up with it. So it said the stakeholder register is a comprehensive document that captures detailed information about previous stakeholders. It typically includes the following: stakeholder name, dictionary role, organization department, contact information, stakeholder type, influence type, blah, 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 blah. Would you now they've even taken it further now? I said, would you like me to create a template for this? Yeah, I can just say yes, please. Then it's now create another template for me for that. Automatically, it's creating that template. I already have it. I have a folder I've created for this project. I start downloading those templates because some organizations, they already have all these templates. You don't need to create another one for them. Some organizations don't have this template, just want to get the job done. So anyway, I'm just assuming where I'm working, they don't have that template. They just hired me maybe as a freelance business analyst. So it has created a stakeholder register template for me now. Makes it very easy for me to work. Can you see? So it has created that template for me automatically. Like if I have another document now that has their names of one or two people, I can just ask it to populate it. It can populate it for me easily. Easily. Okay. It can populate it easily. Or I can even go on and say, oh, I don't know how to use these documents. I can tell it, can you please populate this document with hypothetical examples. You see, I can tell you that I don't know how to use the document, that it should show me how to use the document. So the next thing after this, I'll just assume I have my stakeholders and I've gone into a meeting with the stakeholder. And then I'll now come out of the meeting, then I will analyze the results of the meeting and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So let's see what's going to have this. He said, I populated the stakeholder register with hypothetical examples, can download it using the link. So I can just go there and download it. Can you see? Name, John Doe, James Smith. So John Doe is a project sponsor. He's working at World Bank. Contact information. Type, internal stakeholder. So engagements approach, weekly reports. Can you see? Easy. Easily. Anything you want to do, you can have this document and tell it, put it back. You can put that document back into ChatGPT. You can have it saved and then bring it back into it. You can tell it to update. It can do anything. Once you download the document, you can do anything to it. You can attach it back again and tell it to analyze it and to do different things to it again. So you can go, let's assume I've gone to the meeting and I've had meeting with the project sponsor, and I have a recording of the meeting. Okay, and then I want to analyze the meeting. Or even before I go to the meeting, I can ask it, I can say, can you please, because I want to know what the problem is. This is my first time of meeting the project sponsor. The project sponsor is Vincent. Can you please come up with a list of questions I should be asking the project sponsor on our first interaction. Okay, and yeah. So here is a thoughtful and relevant question to ask project sponsor during your first interaction. Understanding the project background. What is the primary objective of this IBRA system? What problems are you trying to solve with this problem? You're trying to understand. When I said the work we do as business analysts borders about what? Research, analysis, documentation and presentation. So the first one, you are doing your research to know deep what the problem is, why they've called you here, what are the challenges. So what's the expected impact or benefit of this project? Why does this project align with organizational business? What prompted the initiation of this project? Clarifying stakeholders' expectations. What are the key stakeholders involved? Blah, blah, blah. What are the non-negotiable reasons? What are the clinical scope? Look at so many things. Now, most times project sponsors are very busy people. They might not have the time to go through all this. You might not be able to finish all this question in like 1 hour. So you might want to send an email ahead before meeting them. You can just say, can you please come up? Can you please draft this in an email to the project sponsor as advanced questions so that you will have an idea of what we will be talking about. So I've asked you to draft an email that will send to the project sponsor before. Can you see? Dear project sponsor, I hope this email finds you well. As we prepare for our upcoming meeting regarding the IPRS project, I wanted to share a list of questions in advance. This will help ensure we have a productive discussion and align on the project's objective, execution scope. Can see now. So the project sponsor already has an idea of what I'm going to be asking him. The ones he's not sure, you'll have prepared before coming by could just be maybe glancing through them. Okay. So to make the work, faster. So with this, we are working very, very smartly, and it make you even look professional in front of your employers, okay, or what should I say, clients, whatever the case may be. Because I've been using this AI, I've been interacting with it. I think I have my own blah blah. It already knows my name, so that's why it's putting my name there. So let's say you've gone to the meeting, and then you've recorded the meeting, and I have the recording of the meeting. I can just go ahead, But sometimes you could ask yourself, maybe you are a new business analyst, or maybe you are a project manager, or maybe you are something, but this time we're using business analysis as an example. It's because I understand that when you get somewhere, you need to understand, you need to know who the stakeholders are. From there, you might need to know, okay, who should I be talking to? Which document should I have? While to be documenting the names of the stakeholder. After I've spoken to the stakeholder, I know that this is what I should do. I should send an email back to the stakeholder that after a meeting, we discuss this, because these are next steps going forward, blah, blah, blah. I can ask him for names of other stakeholders. He can give me, I can then use that to update my stakeholder register. Then I know what the next step to be, to go to gather requirements, to analyze requirements, and to maybe start writing user stories or whatever. But if you're a new business analyst and you don't even know your right from your left, what you do, you can just even come here before I'm going to the next step. You can just come here and just say, assuming I am a green on and I don't know, and I didn't know, maybe I don't know which right word, just forgive me. I don't know how to go about it as a BA. Please guide me through all the steps from beginning English, from the beginning to the end of the BA work, for this project. with all relevant tools and tools, techniques, and tools, techniques, and templates. Okay. Now, before I send this, this is what I will do. Before I send this, I will come here, shift, enter, bring it down. Okay, I'll come here. I will say, please look at this very well. I want to send it a prompt, but I want the prompt to be better than what I put. Please kindly refine this prompt. Can you see for me? So it has refined because I want to send it to it, but I feel I'm missing something. So assume I am completely new to the role of a business analyst and unfamiliar with the process. Please provide a detailed step-by-step guide on how to perform all the necessary business analysis activities for this project, starting from initiation to completion. Include explanations of relevant tools, techniques, and for each step to ensure a comprehensive understanding. Can you see now? So sometimes you don't know what to say and you are just typing. Don't worry, just type that rubbish and tell it to refine it for you. Okay, learn that. So don't waste your time wasting your time. Type the rubbish, tell it to refine it. The Yoruba say is the child of fire that you send to fire. You understand it? Okay. So what I do is I'll just copy this prompt, then now I will paste it. Can you see that? So let's say I don't know what to do at all. I'm just new. Because initially I was assuming that you knew what to do, but I'm assuming some people are here that are new. Okay. So now the first is project initiation, objective, understand the project purpose, scope, and activity, meet the project sponsor. So it's telling you now activity. That's what I did before because I already knew what to do. Okay. So it's saying meet the project sponsor, gather initial goal. This was where I was before. The next thing I already did was I knew that I need my stakeholders, but it's because I know what to do. Because I'm assuming you know what to do too, but what if you don't know what to do? So understand project context, then tools and techniques, stakeholder. This for the first one on project initiation. Tools and techniques, identify stakeholders' roles, influence, interest using a stakeholder matrix or register, like the one we document analysis, review project documentation for background information, template, stakeholder register, project charter templates. Second step, requirements planning and management. Objective, define how requirements will be elicited and documented and managed. Activities, develop a business analysis plan, outline how requirements will be gathered, tracked, define requirements management tool, racing matrix, blah, 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 requirement elicitation. So on and on, on and on, on and on. Don't worry. By the time we finish, I will share the link of this thing with you too, so you can go over it yourself. Okay. Just remind me to share before we finish solution assessment, So, okay, now I have it. I already know this. Right now in what we're doing, we're already here. We are going to have the meeting. Now, we've done the meeting. I have result of the meeting somewhere that I showed you earlier. Now, we want to analyze the results. So let's say I have the meeting with dollar. I can see dollar, maybe dollar. I don't know if dollar is a man or a woman. Maybe dollar is the project sponsor. So we did a meeting. So I recorded the meeting here. Okay. So so right now I want to analyze it. The meeting was very hectic. He said, he or she said, don't let me say yes, I'm doing something. So let me use I know Queen is a lady. So Queen was project sponsor. I had a meeting with Queen. So the meeting was very long. And then we finished the meeting. And then, then I'll now come here. I want to analyze the meeting because I remember I used to work somewhere in London. The office had templates for everything. For everything. If you have a meeting, they have this comprehensive template and you have to type the meeting, everything you did, what in different, it's very, very, it was a company that was very heavy in Waterford, very heavy on documentation. Then I worked somewhere else that was very light on documentation. But that place that I was very heavy in documentation, there was no chat GPT then. Throughout my weekend, I would just be documenting, typing, meeting, before I now go and analyze it. But thank God now, they should not form my hand again. So I just go here. So that's the meeting. I can just open. Okay. I've attached it. But now, if you don't have the, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the unpaid version, I'm not sure if you can attach now, but I think you should be able to attach, but I'm not sure. Yeah. So, but let's assume you can attach. So you just attach the document here and say, I add the meeting with the project sponsor. Please analyze the and say, oh, do you even see what I sent before I sent it? Okay, I said I had a meeting with the project sponsor. Please analyze the meeting's transcript, listing out main points and identifying requirements. She said, here's analysis of the meeting's transcript, including main points and identified requirements. Can you see main points? It says live chat. I said it's an IVRS. I mean, that we are working on. Excuse me. So it showed us the current system challenges because all these things are in the meeting. The whole page was like around 22 pages or so. Yeah, I think 22 or so. Yeah, I think so. The current system lacks unified interface, proposed improvements, develop a single interface for live chats, use iStan in Salesforce, integrate omni-channel workflows, data source leverage, proof of concepts, build a blah, 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 next steps. Now, from that meeting, it has identified requirements. Business requirements, functional requirements, technical requirements. The business requirement says provide a unified live chat interface for customers across multiple platforms, enable a decision tree mechanism for guiding customer through self-service options, allow routing, blah, blah, blah. Don't let waste time. We have a lot of grants to cover. I want to use just next 15 minutes and end. Functional requirements, use Salesforce Science to build these functional technical requirements, non-functional requirements, next step requirements. Collect and analyze data from live chat transcript, analysis, blah, 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 benchmark, blah, blah, develop. Let me know if you like a structured document or spreadsheet for this point. I will say, structured document. I will say, okay, let's see the structured document wants to give. I'll just say yes. Let's see. Are we enjoying so far? Thumbs up if we are enjoying it, or you want me to slow down a bit. Thank you. So it says, I have created a structured document listing the requirements identified during the meeting. You can download it using the link. Let's see. Let's download. Let's see it. Let's see what it did for us. Who told you to put it in a spreadsheet? I didn't ask you to put it in a spreadsheet now. Functional requirements. Provide, can you see business requirements, functional requirements? So it has identified all the requirements for us, types of requirements, you know. Anyway, business requirement, blah blah blah. So you can go on and then and ask it and say, I can say, can you please create, let's assume we're working in a waterfall environment. Can you create a detailed, let's say BRD. BRDs, BRDs, you should know that, business requirement document. So I'm going to create a detailed business requirement document. He's writing it. So even it has already outlined all the steps that you should be taking as a business analyst, even if you don't know the steps. So if I were you, if I didn't know what to do, I will take all those steps. I'll copy that thing in a folder, and then I'll be asking it to be, I'll be following those steps one after the other and be prompting it to explain each one of it to me. Who should I be talking to? What should I be asking? What document should I be looking for? What document should I be asking for? Things like that, and then to be giving it to you. Look at this is a BRD. Some organization will ask you for a business analysis plan, before getting into all this level. Deliverables, proof of concept, blah, 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 acceptance criteria, timeline, approval sign off. This is documented with guidance of commission projects, ensuring blah, 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 blah. Let me just close this one, come back here. So I've created a detailed business requirement document for the project. You can review and suggest, blah, blah, blah. I can say, give an expanded functional oh, okay, let's just go here. Edit scene. Because I think the new ChatGPT can re-edit what it has done before. So to edit it and expand the functional requirements. You can see it has space for functional and non-functional requirement. So it's working on these aspects. Now I'm going somewhere. So it has expanded the functional requirements. Can you see it's expanding its unified live chat interface, decision tree, omni-channel, Einstein AI integration, self-service features, reporting analytics, integration with existing system, user security. Okay, so it's still editing it. But we just told it functional requirements, it's left the non-functional requirements. You'll be familiar with this if you work in a waterfall environment, but I will now tell you that assuming we are working in an agile environment, can you write user stories for let's choose this. Let's choose user stories for this one, for the unified chat interface. Let's choose user story for it. So I can just say that I'd like to thank it. So you're welcome. Assuming in Agile. Please write user stories and AC for live chat interface. Okay, so let's see what's going to come up with for this. Why are you putting this in this document? I don't want this document here. Okay, so I don't want you to include in that response. So user story one, unified epic, unified live charts, interface development, user story one. As a customer, I want to access the live charts interface on my page or platform so that I can conveniently get assistance without navigating to specific sessions. Acceptance criteria, the live chat interface is accessible from all main websites, the interface, blah, blah, user story 2, user story 3, continue on and on, user story 5, writing storming. I can write it, I can say, can write the AC's acceptance criteria in, okay, I like that on the format or syntax, whatever. So it's rewriting the acceptance criteria now. Okay, so as a customer, I want to access the live chat interface on any page or platform so that I can conveniently get assistance without navigating to specific sessions. Okay, so the acceptance criteria scenario, access live chat on all main pages, given I am on the main page, scenario, responsive design, blah, 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 blah. As a customer, I want to be, things like that. So it has written the user story for you, it has written the acceptance, criteria for you. Now, point is that either you know what to do or you don't know what to do. Whichever AI you're using, I hope, if it works like ChatGPT, should first of all help you to guide you. See it like this, as if you are in a self-driving vehicle. The job of the vehicle normally is to convey you from one place to another. Okay. Normally, you're supposed to sit at the back of the steering, undo the steering, and drive it. That's how you're supposed to use AI. But then you can also use it as if you don't know how to drive. You are there, it is still doing its job of carrying you from one place to another, but now you are in the passenger seat at the back, not behind the steering. You are telling it you know where you want to go to, but you don't know how to get there. Like you are a foreigner in another country and you know the address to your hotel from the airport. You just know I'm going to XYZ hotel. Can you please take me? Then it will drive you, keep just driving you. So either way, it is still doing its work of conveying you from one place to the other. But in the first one, you are the one driving it, telling it, do this, do this. The second one, it assumed that you don't know how to get there and it's just taking you along that journey. So any way you want to use it, okay, if you are a skilled user and you've been using it very well, you know all the process and all the steps. You can jump from one step to the other, do this, do this, do this, do this for me. Or you can just tell, I don't know how to do this thing. Just this is where I am going to guide me or direct me on how to get there, and it's going to do it for you. Okay. But I think one of our challenges is this: number one, we don't know where we are going to. So if you know where you are going to, it's easy for the LLM, large language model, ChatGPT, to help you to do what you want to do or to direct you. Now, if you know you don't really know where you should be going, just tell it as a friend, see, guy, I don't know what I'm doing. Just guide me and to guide you. Okay. And it's very, 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 very straightforward and easy. I'm not sure how the unpaid version works right now, but I think I saw somebody use it recently, and I think it has almost, I think it should have this attached file. So with this attached file, you can do almost anything. And even if it doesn't have this attached file, you can just, if you can't attach file, sorry, you can just open your documents, okay? Any way you put it, you can just open it and just copy it. Simple now. And then come to your ChatGPT and then paste it. And then you can just say, shift center now. Why no enter? And just say, please analyze this. Okay. And it's so you don't need to have, so you can pretty use, you can still use the one you have and still analyze what you still do the work for you, So you're still working. Okay. Oh, I said I was going to stop talking by 11 by 9:15. One of the downsides of AI is that it's prone, at least for now, to this level, they will still tell it's prone to making errors. So AI still needs some human oversight. That is, it writes an email for you. You still need to go over it. Do you like the tone it's giving you? Do you want to adjust it? Does he cover it? If you don't like it, because the response of AI sometimes looks so perfect that you feel that there's nothing to correct. Just tell it, I don't like the tone, or the person I want to send it to, can you make it a bit friendlier? Can you make it a bit formal? Or just, tell it. Sometimes we feel as if we're overboarding it. Or maybe I feel like I'm overboarding it. We are paying for this thing. Use it as you like. Just use it. Tell it. Don't feel sorry for the AI. It won't be tired. Just keep using it. Use it very well. So you need to have an human oversight to check through what it has given you. Okay, at least for now. But I know they keep building on it and it's getting better every day. Okay. And then it can create, let me just show you something, because sometimes until somebody shows you something you might not know, you can say, look at this. So if you have ChatGPT, you can do it on your own. Okay, look at what I'm going to write. Say create an ex exhaustive. Oh gosh, oh, English. I don't know. It's one. That's what I want to say. List of all tools. Because sometimes people will ask me, do you have templates for this? Do you have templates for that? It's sample, sample, sample templates in spreadsheets format. Oh, come on, stop it. Stop. I'm finished. Yeah, necessary. Okay. 3. English. Please, I'll be out of your face now. Alex. So it has refined the template for me. Create an exhaustive list of business tools and techniques category. Can you see? Categorizing them by their purpose, e.g., dissertation, documentation analysis for each tool or technique. Include a brief description of its purpose. This guy is good. Would you like to proceed with the define? Yeah. Yes. It already knows that I want to send it on around. Yeah. Would you like me to proceed with the refine prompt to create the documents? So if you don't know anything, just come the way you are. Okay? Just come the way you are. Sometimes I think one of our problems is that we don't want to fail. We don't want to make mistakes. My dear, make mistakes, okay? Make it. It's called failing forward. You learn from your mistake. I have compiled an exhaustive list of business analyst tools and techniques, including their description and whether sample templates are provided. You can download it using the link below. Station. Okay. Let me know if you'd like to add more details or create specific templates. Let me just say, let's see the one that you can ask it to create to detail for us. Which one can detail? Oh, which one can detail? Oh, process flow prototyping, impact analysis, change request management, service and questionnaires, workshop, interview. Come up with user stories. Okay. I think I should stop now. If not, I'll just be giving examples non-stop. Look over to you, please.
Thank you, Mr. Lanre. I knew it. Once you start like this. So that's just in a nutshell. It goes beyond that. It's just for us to know that there's something that can help us out there, not just only as business analysts, scrum masters, project manager, testers, anybody.
You can use it.
You can use it. So it's high time we started to use this, because as we are using it, they are improving on it and it's getting better. So please, if there's any question anyone wants to ask at this juncture. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lanre.
You're welcome. Earlier this week, the UK government, I think it was on Monday, said that very soon they'll be rolling out, I'm not sure, is it computers or tools for government workers that they'll be using AI in their work. And the essence is that they want them to be working faster and more efficiently. Now, number one. Number two, to minimize the use of contractors or consultants working, because they already know that with AI, you can do more work faster, cheaper. Okay, with AI, you can even do like 3 or 4 jobs at the same time. That's the truth. I can literally finish a whole project in a day, and be a part of the work if I have the necessary things, if possible. Of course, I still need to meet other people. So they are rolling it out. That is one. Now, two, some people will say, oh, AI, I don't know how to use AI, blah, blah. No, don't worry. It will be very, very, very easy for everybody to use now. But there's a part of AI that you can get into that you should get into if you are really, if you don't really know coding, but AI ethics, Oxford. It's for everybody, will not be Oxford University. Now look at this course. Artificial intelligence ethics. Okay. Fee is £2,100. £2,100 fees. Time. Okay, it's next year, so you have time to pay to 2025 to register for the course. Okay, and there are many courses there that you can do on AI that is good, because Sam Altman, AI, Open AI owner, whatever, announced that they want to do in conjunction with the US government, they want to do a project called Stargate for AI. They want to create an AI infrastructure for the United States, and I think it's valued at $500 billion, because the United States wants to be leader in AI. So United Kingdom too want to lead the AI race. So while doing that, people will be cutting corners. You can see the way the the new US president is canceling that. They don't give a damn about some things. So while doing AI, my prediction is that they'll be coming up with a lot of unethical things. Okay, we'll be still seeing some things that we'll be asking ourselves, should AI be doing that or not? So my prediction is that AI ethics will be a big thing very soon. So this is where you might want to put your eyes to and going for some stuff in AI. That's one. Then two, whatever your field that you are right now, whatever your branch that you are working, like me, I'm doing research, I'm working on AI in insurance, go for a course in that area. Okay, either you understand what they are saying or not, just go and do it. It's not difficult. Right now, they are watering it down. They are making it accessible for everybody. The only thing you don't want to be doing is not getting involved. The only thing you don't want to be doing is not getting involved. You can start from AI ethics, you can, and then you can start doing this. Go to YouTube, there are so many free courses that you can learn on AI. Okay, you can see this is my funny friend too now. We need to talk about, you see, go to those that are doing what's it called? Crypto, So there are so many stuff about AI, artificial intelligence, robotics, and stuff going on. Okay. So go through it, you see many things. Go to many YouTube, you can say a free AI training. What am I hearing myself? You can see intro to AI. Did I press something? Okay, can you see intro to AI? How to build AI agents? So many things. Because you don't want to be somewhere that they are talking about it and you are just looking. We are saying, what is AI agents? No. Oh, we are saying, what is LLM, large language model? You start asking unnecessary questions. No. These basic things, just like you know what USB means, you know what computer means, you know what dashboard means, you know what keyboard means. That's the way those terminologies should be to you right now in artificial intelligence. Okay, it should be basic things. Very soon, everybody will know it. So don't be scared. It's very, very simple. You see, build AI agents for free. AI course. It's there. All you need to do is just go for it. You see, AI course, plenty. And these ones, they are free. Just on YouTube. Free AI training. You can see this one, and this was 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay. See. So let me stop talking. Talkative. Thank you very much.
Yeah, once again, thank you. Is there any question?
Mine's more of contribution. Thank you so much, Mr. Lanre, for your delivery once again. I think I speak for everyone when I say that this was very valuable. No matter how much you use AI, you shared some gems today, and we're really grateful. So a few points, I actually wrote them down. Let me open quickly. Yeah, I think so. Point number one, you were too polite. Saying please to an AI prompt. Remember, they don't have emotions, so like you said, to keep it simple. We don't want to respect like human gestures. I'm just sharing this for anyone that doesn't know. If you speak to the chatbot, obviously don't be disrespectful because the conversations are being monitored. But if you don't use your please and thank yous and your prompts, you still get the same results. Another thing is you spoke about AI agents. So basically, I'm not going to be teaching AI agents today, but essentially they will end up replacing these generative AI things. So I'm also of the school of thought that we want to make these processes simple. So just like Mr. Lanre was typing today, if you have the feature on your device that you're using for the prompts, you can even use your voice. If you feel that typing is too long. So for example, on the Windows, you can press the Windows key and H. It will activate your voice type and you can just speak into the thing. So just to make you work faster, you can do that as well. The third thing I wanted to speak about.
How are you?
Yeah.
It seems like you're referring to an optimization or approach to make something work faster. Could you clarify your context or what you're referring to so I can assist better?
No, thank you. I made that by mistake.
Yeah. third thing I wanted to speak about was so that the AI at the moment has a lot of errors. In my experience, I use it for almost everything. If you don't proofread, you are in for a disaster. Sometimes it throws in some stuff. I don't know if they do it on purpose or what, but you see something that doesn't make sense. You can tell the prompt it's made a mistake and it'll correct it. Or while you're proofreading, you can correct it yourself. And then the fourth thing, which I think is also important, is while the US is very forward planning in terms of applying to government, and even UK government is applying to government, some workplaces frown against AI. So someone sent me a message that he went to a workplace and they've disabled every form of AI. So I think now that we know what we want to do, we have to be using it as a learning tool. So for example, you typed in the first time that, oh, there's a document for stakeholders. I don't know what it is. When it tells you the name, stakeholder matrix or stakeholder register, please memorize it, because you might get to a workplace where you're relying on AI to do the work and they've blocked it. What do? You know, it's like when you're used to driving with the sat nav on your phone and then your battery dies. How do you get where you need to go? You start following the signs. So I think we need to be mindful of that as well, so that we don't get caught out. And that's all I wanted to share. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for that. And it really made sense that yes, it's not everybody that has embraced this way forward. So we also need to be mindful of that. And even those that have embraced it, they use it at different levels for different things. There's an organization that they have their own. Some they don't have it, but they are not foresee. But you know what you can bring out and bring in. You don't want to be caught napping there as well. So you need to know the ethics, the rules and regulations, what and what not to use AI for. There was a particular case that was on one of the WhatsApp group. So there's a particular lady that have been using AI to do all her work, and she has been collecting her flowers until when somebody else now came to do what they move out to another place and then replace her with somebody, and the person could not perform as how she was doing it. The person has to ask her that, how do you do it? She now said, I use AI. Now the other person now went to ask the organization, do you allow this? It became a very big issue that no, they don't allow it. How come? So we should also be mindful as well. Thank you.